Oscar here from Drones for Hire. We're just waiting for the fog to fully lift here, and then we're going to implement our fruit tree mission that we set up on Terra last night. Fairly easy process, just going through the remote, selecting your spray parameters, and then the actual piloting of the aircraft. You always got to remember with any automated mission that you're still the pilot, you still need to maintain control of the aircraft. Make sure you know your ability and the aircraft's ability, and you act within it. Before we get started, we'll just go through a few things. First of all, the RTK. So you want to set up your RTKD station pretty well as soon as you get on site. The longer you leave that RTKD station, the better the accuracy is going to be. So it's going to sort of around that 15-minute mark is your minimum, but we like to say, half an hour or even an hour if possible. What I like to do is when I first arrive on site, it's the first thing I set up. I get it running so we can start to consolidate its error messages. The next thing is your landing and takeoff site. So you remember that we marked on the map with a little cross with a cone in the middle of it. I've got that marked down there so I can find it today. I just go down and put the aircraft on there. And that's how we're going to rectify our offset for the flight today. Okay, we'll go into the remote controller now, have a look at a few things, and we'll try and get some footage of the aircraft running as well. Okay, so we've gone into the remote control now. First thing you're going to do is you're going to need to import your 3D flight route that we created. So you've got two options here. First one is the SD card. Now you see if we've got an SD card inserted, we can just click on that, and then we can find our tasks in there. The other way is to go on the left hand side into fields. Then if we click the download icon, it will bring up the selections of fields that we can import off the cloud. So we've already found and imported it. I like to do this before I leave the office so that I know that I've got it on the remote ready to go, because where we are, you never know what your service is going to be in the paddock. So I've already got it here. It's this Stony Creek. So you just simply click on that. It's going to bring up your fields. Now we're going to turn the aircraft on, and then we can rectify our offset. Okay, we're going to go click to use. Now we've got our spray parameters here that we can alter. First thing we're going to do is change our application rate. Today we're going to put it out at 40 litres per hectare. We want a coarse droplet, very coarse, 500 micron. Apply. Bring our flight speed right down to 6 kilometers an hour. We'll just check our RTK. Okay, see on this STD icon here that our correction error or our accuracy is down below 1 centimetre, so we're good to rectify our offset. You'll find that when you first turn on your RTK, that number might be up in the meters. That's why we leave it for minimum 15 minutes, but preferably half an hour. Okay, we'll rectify the offset now. Rectify aircraft position, confirm, and now you see there our calibration point is exactly on the aircraft. Okay, we've got the aircraft filled up with liquid, ready to go. We just check our safety features first. We got our connection route and RTH speed. Yep, we want that down around that 16 mark. I've checked my area, and 15 meters return to home height should cover it. We'll go up to 18. It's worth checking your stick mode, especially if somebody else has been using the aircraft before you, or it's been in storage for a while.
and if there's been an update or something like that. Then we're going to slide down here to our radar settings and our task terrain. We're going to move it onto mountain mode to make sure that we're covered for this rugged terrain today. RTK we've already checked, and our battery. So we want the aircraft to return to home when it gets below 28%. Okay, we're happy with all those settings. We're going to move to an area where we can watch the aircraft take off and then in its working zone. So I'm standing at a good spot here where I can watch the aircraft take off, and then I'll just walk to the edge of the field as it goes. Start. That 3D flight plan that we created on Terra is now being uploaded into the aircraft. Then we'll go through some little pre-flight checks again, check some of those safety features, and then we'll slide to execute. Okay, we've got good signal. Our radar's fixed altitude off because we're running off a 3D flight path. All our safety features look good. We'll slide to execute. So our aircraft's going to go up to our return to home height. Okay, it's moving into position. Now it's going to come down to our working height. I want to keep a good eye on the aircraft here. It's going to be working up a bit of a slope. And I want to check that the spray is coming out and everything looks good.
Thanks for watching the video today. Remember, always operate within your local and national laws and regulations. Make sure you read your user manual. And remember that at Drones for Hire, we've got our team of farmers, of contractors and of drone experts that are always ready to help you out if you've got any issues. Again, thanks for watching.